Long before Adaeze was born, before Umuahia became a village of mourning, the land was ruled by Eze, the first king of the people. His palace sat on a hill overlooking the wide, glimmering river Nwaugu, whose waters fed the farms and gave life to the land. The people believed a goddess lived within that river, Miri Nwaugu, mother of the waters, who watched over them with kindness. Every year, the king led the people to the riverbank to offer thanks. He poured palm wine into the water, cast white chalk upon its surface, and prayed for peace and fertility. And for many years, the goddess was pleased and Umuahia flourished. But pride is a quiet poison. One year, when the river overflowed its banks and drowned part of the king's farmland, Eze grew angry. "Why must a goddess control the land I rule?" he shouted. In his rage, he sent his guards to demand that the goddess bow before him. That night, under the moon's bright eye, the goddess appeared, not in wrath, but in breathtaking beauty. She rose from the river with skin that shone like silver and a voice soft as wind. The king fell to his knees in awe. "Great one," he whispered, "I did not know beauty such as yours walked to this earth." Miri Nwaugu smiled sadly. "And yet, your pride burns brighter than the sun." But she pitied him. For many nights, she visited him in secret, and from their meetings a child was born, a boy she named Namdi. She hid him among mortals, trusting the king to raise him with love. For 7 years, Namdi grew strong and wise. He could calm storms with a word and make flowers bloom where he stepped. The people adored him, perhaps too much. And soon, the king's counselors whispered that the boy's power would overshadow the king's throne. Blinded by fear and pride, the king did the unthinkable. On the night of the harvest festival, he ordered the boy taken to the forest and killed in secret, his blood offered as sacrifice to secure his rule. When the goddess rose the next morning and found her child gone, her cry shook the heavens. The river turned red and storms swallowed the fields. She appeared before the king, her eyes burning like lightning. "You have slain your own blood," she thundered. "From this day, no first son of your line shall live to see manhood. The sorrow you have given me, it shall taste for generations unending." And she vanished into the depths. The king died soon after, and though his palace crumbled to dust, his curse lived on. Centuries later, when Adaeze was born, the sins of her ancestors still walked among the living. The roosters of Umuahia crowed before dawn, their voices echoing through misty hills. But their cries brought no joy. For 3 years now, a darkness had hung over the village, a curse that killed every first son born in the land. No matter how strong or protected, no first male child lived past his 7th year. In one small compound near the forest's edge lived Adaeze, daughter of Nneka and Obidike. She was 16, tall, graceful, and curious. While other girls learned to weave or prepare for marriage, Adaeze wandered the riverbanks, listened to the wind, and watched the village priests mix herbs and speak with spirits. She had lost her only brother, Obinna, to the curse 2 years earlier. He had been 7, laughing and full of life when fever struck him in the night. By dawn, he was gone. From that day, Adaeze made a silent vow she would uncover the truth behind the curse. One morning, as the sun rose red over the palm trees, the village square filled with wails. Another boy had died, Little Ikena, the only son of Ojiugu the potters, his small body lay wrapped in white beneath the ancient Ophia tree, the sacred tree of the ancestors. Adaeze stood in the crowd, tears burning in her eyes. Something stirred within her, anger, fear, and fierce determination. That night, she made her decision. She would seek out Dibia Okeke, the village's oldest priest, said to know the stories of every spirit that had ever touched Umuahia. When she slept, she dreamt of a woman cloaked in red, crying beneath the Ophia tree. The woman's voice whispered, "The debt of blood must be repaid by courage. Only the heart that fears no spirit shall free the sons." At dawn, Adaeze went to Dibia Okeke. In the dim smoke-filled hut, he revealed the forgotten truth that many generations ago, the first king of Umuahia had betrayed a river goddess by killing her mortal son. Before vanishing, the goddess cursed the land that every first son born to the king's bloodline would die before manhood. And the curse, he said, could only be broken if a child of that bloodline willingly faced the goddess and begged her forgiveness. Adaeze's heart pounded. She was a descendant of that king. The task was hers. That night, she carried white chalk, palm oil, and a feather from a white hen into the sacred forest. The air grew cold. The trees whispered warnings, but she pressed on. When she reached the river, the waters began to glow. From its depths rose the goddess, beautiful, terrible, her eyes bright as the moon. "Why do you disturb my rest, child of betrayal?" she asked. Adaeze knelt. "Great mother, I beg for mercy. The sons of Umuahia have suffered enough. I am of the king's blood. Let me pay the debt." "Would you give your life for your people?" the goddess asked. Adaeze's voice trembled. "Yes." The goddess touched her head gently. "Your courage has washed away the stain of your ancestors. Go and live. The curse is broken." At dawn, villagers found Adaeze lying unconscious by the glowing riverbank. When she awoke, the sky was clear for the first time in years. And that very morning, a woman in Umuahia gave birth to a healthy first son. Joy erupted through the village. From that day, Adaeze was honored as the daughter who saved the sons. Songs were sung in her name, and her story was told by fires for generations. A tale of courage, sacrifice, and the heart of a girl who faced the gods and triumphed. The end.